Hi, I'm Connor. I'm a student at Shepherd University. I'm a senior, and I'm a psychology major.
Hi, I'm Mosey, and I am a senior communications major with a minor in graphic design.
Hi, I'm Alex Brown. I'm a senior business major at Shepherd University.
I never really thought about any other option, to be honest, because my parents expected me to go to college. Like, they set up a savings account for me for my student fund, and so I felt like if I didn't go to college, it would sort of defy that expectation.
That's a tough question, because it's what you do. My parents, for sure, were big motivators in me pursuing higher education. So also, they kind of stress the importance of going to school and learning.
For me, it was definitely like a family pressure, but more than that, a lot of the careers I kind of took interest in high school all involved higher education.
No, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I was really nervous going into college for that reason because it just felt like an entirely different scope. I felt like I was going to drown, and I'm glad that I didn't. I was really worried about the level of responsibility, but I actually really like college and prefer it to what I had in high school.
I had no idea what to expect about college. You see college in movies, or maybe you have a sibling or a friend who goes to college and they come back and tell you stories. I didn't have any of that.
Not really. I really wasn't sure what was going to happen for me going into college. I was more of the thought of just kind of like I was going to feel it out as I went and just kind of see where life took me when I got there.
I didn't know going in. I came in as a CIT major because my dad wanted me to do cybersecurity, but I even told him at the time, I was like, I'm not interested in this. I really wasn't. Yeah, I would say I was undecided despite being a CIT major. That was sort of like a placeholder.
So before I got accepted to college, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I just really loved animals and I wanted to help them. And then for whatever reason, that didn't stick. And so when I did actually start going to school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was just taking general courses, whatever was going to get me some college credit, just the classes that are required, get them done and out of the way, and then I'll have time to figure out what I want to do.
I thought I had an idea, but I definitely kind of flip-flopped back and forth a lot. My parents worked in the insurance industry, so I always felt like it was an expectation for me to kind of work in that industry as well. I had psychology as a minor, and I started taking some classes, and I really did enjoy the classes that I took. And so I decided that I was going to have it maybe as a double major with business. And I tried it for a bit, lasted about a semester or two, and I just didn't end up keeping up with it because I just didn't think I could afford it for the couple extra years it would probably take to get the double degree.
It was in my first semester, I think. I decided that I wanted to switch after I had one class, but I think it was like a computer science class, and I just absolutely hated it. And I knew that I wanted to switch. I chose psychology because I was interested in psychology in high school, and I was like, well, let me just give it a try, and if I don't like it, I can switch again. But I went and talked to Dr. Daly, who is the head of the psychology department, and he made it really easy.
Now that I'm in college, the pressure has completely changed. Before college, it was like, all right, this is what you have to do. And now it's more like, okay, this is what we are doing. Do we like it? How do we feel about it? Is this something that we enjoy? Do we want to take a different class in a completely different area? So finding your path in college is a different kind of pressure. And then once you think you found it and you're on it, and then you are in these classes with students who are like-minded or just as encouraging or motivating, like they're trying to hold you to a standard and you don't feel like you're quite making it there. So that is something that I'll struggle with.
I honestly didn't even know like if there were resources for students who were undecided. I feel like a lot of students are in the same boat that I was, where they choose a major just to have the major chosen. They are interested in switching, but they just want to have something put down so they're not undecided, because I feel like that's sort of looked down upon almost. Not in the sense that like it's wrong, but that you like should have it figured out.
I think undecided students probably don't get enough attention. I think that once a student comes into like an academic institution and they're like, I'm interested in nursing, then they're like, all right, we got one for nursing, here you go, push you into that department. There should just be more importance on trying to help someone find what interests them, but at the same time also what they can grow in and be good at.
When it comes to undecided students, a lot of them kind of get overlooked a bit because there are more staff and departments in each different department. For example, like if you were going to go into business or psychology or maybe like a chemistry major, there's a department for that. I was never really like informed about like the departments for undecided students or really what resources you had. And I think it's something that's important to have a little bit more attention put towards, because it can definitely be off-putting for younger college students or just like anyone that's newer to college. For people that are unsure of their academic future, I would definitely say just kind of wait a little bit. Take those general core classes that you need to take for any major and kind of test the waters in different subjects and start to see what you like and develop like your own thought about it. It's not something that needs to be made as fast as possible.
Trust your gut. Like, my gut feeling was that I hate CIT and to get out of there as soon as possible, so that's what I did. If you feel like you're not going to be happy, then switch like sooner rather than later. You'll thank yourself if you did. Look at the class list and see what interests you if you're really unsure of what you want to do, and just experiment. You might just find something along the way.
My advice to undecided students is to just try everything, like anything that you're mildly interested in. Check it out. See if there's a club or a group on campus. If there's a class, talk to the professors, see what the class is about, talk to students who've taken that class, because you never really know what's going to spark interest in you until you're in there doing it, and then you can decide, oh, this isn't really for me, or I want to learn more. So don't be afraid to try new things.
Any last words?
Mental health is important.